Well, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I tried the Traveler's Notebook Elastic Trick, and I'm here to tell you how it went. So I don't know how long it was, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I told y'all I switched back over to my TN from my Galen leather one. And the reason for that is because I just like the way it wraps around the notebooks. On the Galen one, you got this little piece. I know this is nitpicky, okay? But, you know, it's my world. This little piece folds down, so it kind of bulges out. And this part kind of caves in. And I just didn't care for that a whole lot. Still love this thing though. But I just liked the way this one hugs. It's like it's conformed to the notebooks. So I was like, well, let me, because I've seen the video before. Maybe you've seen the video before too. There's a couple different ones out there where somebody's like, hey, if you don't want that middle notebook poking out of your TN every time you shut it, then put your books in this way instead of the regular jump band way. Try it this way and see how it works. So I did, and I used 2 different bands. I ordered the bands that Traveler's Notebook makes, Traveler's Company makes. Design Fill is their American distributor or whatever, however that works. So those are the rubbery ones. They're basically like a rubber band, basically what they're like. And I use that one on this book, not that you can really see. And then on the front one, I just used a regular brown elastic, like the one that you get on the cover here. So I just wanted to compare, because I had, plenty of the rubber ones where I could have used all of them. But I wanted to compare and contrast which one grips better, the rubber one or the regular one. And they're both pretty much the same. There really wasn't much of a difference in them. But, and you'll see what I'm getting at? We'll talk about it in a minute. Get this pin out of here. This clip out of here. So what you do is you thread, is that the right word? You put your middle notebook in normal, like you would, using the elastic in the book, the main one. You just slide it up under there like you would any other time. But instead of connecting the first and the third notebook with a jump band and then running it behind your main book, you simply put an elastic around the front cover and then hook it to this notebook, slide it down on there, and then you repeat the process back here with this one. Let me see if I can grab it. It's going to be hard too with my yeah. See? On the back cover, just like I did on the front. And then you slide it into place. And that is supposed to keep the middle book from poking out every time you close your Traveler's Notebook. Here is the issue, and it's not a major issue. This is still better than having your middle notebook stick out. But if you notice, now instead of having your middle notebook stick up higher than the other two stick up higher than your middle notebook. So, but it's not as bad, I don't think. I don't think it's quite as bad. But at the same time, you're just reversing the problem. Like if it's the symmetry that bothers you, not having all your notebooks on an even keel, or so to speak, then this isn't going to help you, because you have the same problem, you just have it in reverse. Instead of your middle notebook sticking up, the other two stick up. Not nearly as bad, but they still stick up. So, I mean, that's the thing for you to decide if you've not ever tried this method. It's been around for a couple years. I've watched a couple videos on it on YouTube, but I never tried it, so I thought I would try it because that middle notebook sticking up drove me crazy. So I'd still say that's a better alternative, but I'm going to try a new thing. You know, we tried that, seeing how that worked out. But I'm thinking, I've told y'all the notebooks I have in here. My calendar planner thingamajig is the first one. The second one is my work notebook that I keep work things in. And then the third one is my notebook for this channel, where I write down ideas, kind of script intros and whatnot. And to be honest with you, I hardly ever use this. Like, hardly ever do I... Now, I do write down ideas for videos, but hardly ever do I script an intro for a video. Sometimes I do, sometimes I just sit here and I talk to the camera until I feel like it's good. You know, the intro is the only part I'm worried about. So my last one, I scripted the intro to the Studio Neat Mark 1 pen that I did a couple weeks ago. So I don't use it that often. So, and I'm going to try this. I'm not going to say it's going to work out for me, but we're going to try it. We're going to take this notebook out as soon as I figure this out. Take out my pockets. Take that out. Take that out. I'm going to need that. Actually, we might use the new one I bought instead of this. We might use the rubber one to continue the longevity test. Take out my workbook here. Now, this, like so. Hopefully it's not all jacked up. It kind of looks like it is. We'll fix it later. Take this one. Calm down. Got them like so. Run them up the middle. Let me get my pockets back in here. And then get my bookmark back in here. Now the only problem is this notebook had my pen loop on it, so I'm going to have to find where I put the rest of these. I think I might still have one left. Not sure. But I don't care for having just two in here. I kind of liked it better with three. But we're going to try this out for a while. I might buy one of those canvas pockets instead of this, whatever this is, one plastic one. I might buy one of those canvas pockets just so it takes up a little bit more room in there. And we're just going to try two notebooks. I don't hate the way that feels. I like the way that feels. So we're going to try two. And you're like, well, Richard, what are you going to do about your channel notebook? And I'm thinking, I had this notebook in my bag that I showed y'all in my leather No, I did not show you in my leather cover video. I showed it in the video after that. I don't remember which one. I forgot to put it in my leather cover video. But this is my catch-all. It's just a A6 like moleskin knockoff. And this is my catch-all book. I put just stuff that I want to write down. Like the last thing I wrote in it was a quote that I saw on Facebook the other night. If you remember, early November, I did the election video on my channel. And then that was the last thing I wrote in here until last night. So over a month, like a month and a half since I've touched this thing and wrote in it. And I've seen a quote on Facebook last night. I wanted to write it down, so I dug this out of my bag and wrote it in here. And that's kind of what I've been using it for. Is I watch a YouTube video. I want to take notes on what they're saying. I take notes in here. There's video game stuff in here. Stuff, comparison lists of things I wanted to buy. But I don't really use it that much. And I'm like, well, I don't really use this that much either. So it makes sense to combine the two. Since I already have this in my bag, I'll just use this if I have an idea for a YouTube video or a script and intro. I just bust this thing out, write it in there, and we'll be good to go. I won't be adding any bulk to my bag because this is already in there to begin with. And I was going to use this one, but then I would be adding bulk to my bag. I'd be adding another notebook when I already have this one in there. So this is still a good idea. I'm still trying to figure out a use for this. But as far as practicality goes, as much as I would love to use this for that purpose, it doesn't make sense when I already have this in there. And once I fill this up, then maybe I'll switch over to this. But until then, we're going to work on this. This will be where I put my YouTube notes and whatnot. And this will just be my planner and my work stuff, which is, makes sense. It's mainly the stuff I use when I'm at work. So we'll try that out for a couple weeks. And by the time we get done trying that out, it'll be New Year's. And we can get together like we did last year and talk about 2025 notebook plans and goals and dreams and whatnot. Maybe I'll do a live stream. Probably not. My live streams, when I do them, they don't really... let's just say I'm not famous enough to do a live stream. But I could do a live stream if y'all want, if y'all have any interest in that. But I think most people, unless you have like thousands of subscribers, a live stream don't make a whole lot of sense. But we could do it if y'all were interested, like a New Year's journal live stream / planner / notebook, whatever live stream we could do on the channel. If not, we'll just make a video about 2025 notebook plans and what I'm planning on using, what I'm going to try, what's broken and we ain't going to fix it, and stuff like that. But until then, we're going to try out the TN with just the 2 notebooks in it, which I'm not a fan of, but I don't hate it. See how even with just 2 notebooks in there, the leather cover kind of just hugs it all nice and tight, even though I took one out. Like the Galen, it doesn't really do that because it's got all these strings in it, and it's made to hold that many. This one's not made to hold that many, so you don't put a lot in it. It's still nice and slim, just like me. So just want to make this short video to tell y'all about my experiment. And hopefully this microphone is working according to the screen. It's working, but it's only working mono for some reason. But I bought this microphone like a year and a half ago. from my phone, and it wasn't loud enough. But I figured on the camera, probably a whole different, situation, because it's got the whole 3.5 millimeter. Anyway, enough nerd camera talk. We'll end the video there. I just wanted to say, even though I plan on making at least one more video before the end of the year, last night, today is the 16th. Last night on the 15th, I jumped over to this channel to check the comments on my poll video. Last one I did, and I appreciate the two of y'all who answered it. Appreciate that. And I saw that we have 191 subscribers. So the possibility is real that we get to 200 subscribers by the end of the year. And if we do, I'll talk about it. I will. In the next video, or the beginning of the year video I was just blabbing on about a minute ago. We'll talk about it then. But we're almost to 200 subscribers, so I just wanted to say thank y'all, because like I've said ad nauseum 100,000 times, I started this channel just because, like I said, my other channel is specific for a certain thing, and I just created this one so I could turn the camera on and just start blabbing. And that's kind of what I do, just talk about what I'm into, blab on about it and whatnot. And for some reason, y'all subscribe and you watch them. Don't make sense to me, but hey, to each their own. This is your kind of thing. As long as you keep coming, I'll keep dishing it out, because I got plenty of stuff to blab about. That's for daggone sure. I'm an introvert, like I've said. I don't really talk. But if you get me going about something I'm interested in, I'll wear your ear out. And since I'm just talking to a camera and not an actual person, like, my brain doesn't shut down and stuff. So I just 90 miles an hour. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching this video. If you got a tip, drop it in the comments. Maybe you got like another tip on how to do your notebooks here, or how you like to do them, or maybe do you like 2 notebooks in your TN, or do you like 3? Or some people even cram 4 in there. Seems a bit extreme, but if that's your thing. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. I've been Stormy Norman. I have said things. Y'all have a good evening.